Hello everybody, it's Daisy Snape here. I am here today to tell you about my backstory and how I got here. I am a regional consultant with Arbonne. I've been doing this for about 6 months now, and it's one of the most amazing things I've ever done, and I wanted to share that with you. But really what I wanted to do is talk to you about my backstory and how I got here, and why, quite frankly, everybody should do this, because this has absolutely changed my life and anyone can do this. That's what really is the best thing about this. And I was looking for something like this for a long time, right the way through my life. I've always, as a child, wanted to make money, help people, make things better, prove myself in some way or another. And it started very young. It started when I was about 7. I grew up in a very small, very rural area in very deepest, darkest Wiltshire in England, in a place called Tisbury. And Tisbury was a little town. It had 3 or 4 little shops: a shoe shop, a hairdresser's, a delicatessen. And I grew up with my family, my parents and my little sister, and we grew up really poor. My parents were both, my mum's an actress, my dad's a writer. We didn't have much money, and from a very early age I always wanted more than they could get me. Even though they got me so much, I always wanted more and always wanted to get more. So every shop I went into I wanted more, everything I saw I wanted more of. So just on this high street there was a little tiny shop which sold basically knickknacks, things like paperweights, cards, all those kind of things, little bits and pieces. I presume it's a little bit of an antique kind of junk shop type of thing. It had a big cabinet in the back, and the cabinet in the back was glass, and it had a little, I don't know if you remember, I don't know if they make them anymore, a little one with a key at the top that the shopkeeper had to open if you were going to buy something. And there in this cabinet was this big, very shiny china giraffe. Now it had this big eyes with the big eyelashes, and I walked past this giraffe so many times while living there with my mum when she was shopping, and always looked in, always stared at it, and always absolutely adored it, thought it was the most amazing thing ever. So it was on this day, I was there one day, and I decided that one day, whatever clicked, I decided I wasn't just going to look at it anymore. I was going to buy this giraffe. And I got a little bit of pocket money, and I decided I was going to save my pocket money to buy this giraffe. Now, it was in the cabinet, so it was one of the most expensive things in the shop. I think probably about £13-14 at the time, which was a lot of money at the time, especially for a little 7-year-old girl just getting, 10p pocket money or whatever. And I went home and I decided I was going to save, and I stopped buying anything else. I used to buy little bits of sweets and things like that with my pocket money. I stopped doing any of that, and it felt like 100 years before I had enough money. But I got there. I worked and stopped spending it all, and kept it till I had about 13 or 14 pounds to buy this giraffe. And I remember my mum was going to town one day, and she said, "Do you want to come into town?" And I was absolutely over the moon. So I jumped up into my bedroom, grabbed the bag of money, ran down our stairs in our old farmhouse, and jumped in our Morris Minor car, which was, I'm sure, not roadworthy and probably quite dangerous, with my mum in the front with my bag full of coins that I'd saved up over all this time. And I remember the journey down. We lived in, we were on country lanes, and they were really narrow. And this journey took the longest journey. It was the longest journey I've ever been on. We were stuck behind a tractor. There were cows crossing the road. There was a sheep in the middle of the road that had got out of its pen. Everything that could go wrong in that journey went wrong on that day, and it took forever. And I remember when I got there, I was on the edge of my seat to get out. So I got out of the car, grabbed my mum's hand, dragged her down to the shop, and got into the shop and got to the lady the old lady at the counter, and I said, put her the money on the desk. And I said I want to buy the giraffe. My mum knew nothing about this, so she was stood there next to me. She just looked at the giraffe, looked at me, said, "Daisy, do you really want that giraffe? That's all your pocket money." And I just went, "Of course, that's what I want. I've been wanting the giraffe for ages. I've been saving all my money for this giraffe. That's what I want. That's the giraffe I want. I have to have it. It's going to change my life. This is what I want to do. I've been wanting it forever." And my mum looked at me and said, "Are you sure you want the giraffe?" And I said, yes. And I was really persuasive and I was really, really passionate. And she gave in and she let me buy this giraffe. So the old lady got her keys from the side, opened the little cabinet, the door creaked open because I don't think it was open very much. And she picked up the giraffe and she brought it back and she put it on the table. And I looked up at this giraffe and it was just like the best thing ever. I had actually managed to achieve my goal. I have got the giraffe I always wanted. So the lady wrapped it up, put it in tissue paper. I held it so carefully all the way home along these country lanes, bumping along, making sure it didn't get broken. I was so careful with it. Got to the house, tiptoed up the stairs with it, careful not to touch anything. Got into my little pink bedroom and my little ponies all over the place and put the giraffe on the bed, opened it up and held it in my hands. And I remember being very cold for China. It was shiny. It was all carved just like a real giraffe. And I remember being able to see my reflection in the china. And it was just the best feeling ever. I had achieved something all on my own. For the first time, I'd not had to ask anyone for it. I bought it myself. And I don't know how long I was there. But I started to smell cooking downstairs. My mum was a great cook and I could smell that it was supper time. And I could hear my dad calling for me to come down for dinner, and they used to shout down, and if we weren't quick, we were in trouble. So he made me jump and I turned around and quickly turned around, and as I turned, I hit the head of the giraffe on the side of the door frame, and the head came clean off. And it fell onto the floor with a thud. And I looked down and I could see its beautiful black eyes with the eyelashes staring up at me from the floor. And I was still holding the legs and the body of this severed giraffe. And I remember in that moment my heart sank and all my dreams were smashed to pieces. I'd had it for maybe an hour and it was already broken. And I'd saved up for 6 months. So I came downstairs in absolute despair, sat on the flagstone floor with the body and the head and sobbed. And my dad was brilliant. He came with a big pot of super glue and he stuck the head on, but it was wonky and it chipped a bit. And then, when you put glue on something and it all oozes out the sides, and it just looked, it wasn't the perfect giraffe that I always wanted. But at that moment, and why I tell you this story is, at that moment I realised that if I could do it once, I could do it again. And I had to get another giraffe. And I had something in my belly that said, I have to do this again. I have to make it better. But this time round, I am going to do this quicker. I'm going to find a way, whatever the way is, to do it quicker, to get the giraffe as quickly as I possibly can. So I got another one. And I always was quite determined. And I wanted to also prove to my mum and my dad that I wasn't wasting money, and it was really, there was a reason for it, and I wanted them to be proud of me. And I think they probably weren't that proud of me for buying such a rubbish giraffe and breaking it so quickly and being so careless. And I wanted them to be proud. And I've thought that all the way through my life, actually. Now everything I've done to make my parents proud, and now to make my son proud. And I just want people to be proud of me. I want people to like me, and to think that I'm doing things for the right reasons, which I really am. And I know it's a giraffe, but this has carried me right the way through my life. So the next thing I did was decide I was going to make more money quickly. And so I started recruiting my friends and my family. So I started making cakes. My mum helped me with the cakes, and then we started selling them on the side of the road. We started doing garage sales, and we started doing car wash. So we'd stand outside the road with a big banner and get people to pull over the cars. And there's not many people who went past, so we didn't get many people through. But people got to know us, and it became quite a fun thing. And the funny thing is that one giraffe on its own wasn't, looking back, wasn't what I wanted. But what I did get from that experience was that I was helping other people. So not only was I making money, and what I realised is I was making money, but my neighbours were making a little bit of money, my neighbours' kids were making a little bit of money, my sister was making money. We were all actually part of this little business now, and it became a really, really interesting thing. And I was getting people involved in different areas, getting people to do different things. And the best feeling in the world for me, and what really, you know, has driven me right through life, is actually getting people involved and getting people to do things to get their giraffes, you know, not just about me, but to get their giraffes, and how amazing that is. And do you know what's so funny? I made money as well, because I was making money, they were making money, and we could all buy giraffes. Obviously, within 6 months, I think the giraffe thing had gone. It wasn't such a big deal anymore. But what I realised was that lesson has carried me right the way through my life. And fast forward to the present day, I got into recruitment after I went to university, and it worked really well for me. It was a really great career, and I got into a very niche area of recruitment, and I started building my own business, and I took on staff, and I could help them. I could help them get better and help them develop. The problem was, and this is what happened after a little while, is that the people that in recruitment are very, very difficult to find, and it's a very hard industry to get in. And I was quite good, and there was people that really struggled. And actually, instead of helping people get better, I was seeing people leave. I was seeing people struggle with their careers and not achieve like I wanted to achieve. And what hit me one day is that I'd made myself too niche. I'd made it too difficult for myself. You know, I wanted a giraffe that didn't exist. You know, I wanted to help as many people as I possibly can and build a team of wonderful people all around me from all different areas. And I made it so niche that there was only a certain type of person, and it wasn't very easy. So I was seeing people fail more than succeed, and I needed something simpler and something clearer and something that everyone could do. And I struggled on with this, and I tried so many things. I tried to be a coach. I tried to do loads of training programs. I tried everything to get these businesses to work and get fulfilled, and actually get people to be proud of me, you know, so people were liking me. But it ended up being much more of a firefighting thing, trying to fix problems with the business rather than actually helping people and actually developing people like I wanted to do. And I remember one day, and I was commuting up and back to London, and it was a 2-hour commute there and 2-hour commute back, and I was on a train, and it was a miserable rainy day, and I'd been up since 5 in the morning. It was 7 o'clock at night, and I was back on the train, and I got a text message from one of my dear friends now, Beth, who sent me a message saying, "I have found a way to own my own life. Do you want to hear about it?" And I had no idea where this came from, and I really put it to one side and looked at it for a little while. But when I got home, I texted her back and asked her what she was up to. And that is where the journey began. And Beth told me she'd always been a real, someone I'd really looked up to. She's a single mother like me. She's got a little boy who's gorgeous, but she was always with him and always happy and always spent time with him, and just seemed to be everything I wanted to be, because I worked myself to the bone. I was trying to get everyone better and happier and all this kind of stuff, and I wasn't making anyone happy, and I was doing all these things and not making anyone happy and not actually getting anywhere, just seeing things go backwards and backwards and backwards, and my business was at breaking point. And so was I, and the most important thing is my child was suffering, and I wasn't seeing my family, and I wasn't doing all the things I wanted to do. I wasn't making anyone proud, including myself, and I was just miserable. And she told me all about Arbonne and how she'd started, and she's working as well full time, and she'd started this job, and she started connecting with people and teaching people about the business, and her life had turned around dramatically, and I wanted to know more. So I started getting involved with her and started learning a bit more about what she was doing. And what struck me straight away, and what made this turn around for me, was that the business itself is one of the most simple models I've ever seen, and anyone can do it. All you do in Arbonne, and it's as simple as that, is you change what you buy from things like supermarkets, like shampoos, conditioners, cosmetics. That's what they sell, and nutrition. And you stop buying it from supermarkets and shops, and you start buying it from Arbonne, and then you tell other people to do the same, and you get superior products at a massive discount, and you make money from anybody who buys from your website, or anyone that's actually connected with you, and you help people succeed. And it's the simplest model I've ever seen. And what I really learned is that I was just doing too many things that didn't work. and all I needed is one really good vehicle that would actually help me get to the point where I am now. And I have built an empire of a business now, full of people who are owning their own lives, dedicated to their work. Some single mums, some people, some dads that sat there at home, some people that have got full-time careers. It works for everyone. And this is why I'm here, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about, is this has transformed my life dramatically, because I'm building it now 6 months in, and it's working so quickly, and it's changed my life so much, because now I am able to help other people. I spend more time with my son than I've ever done before. I'm getting to know him again, which is such a pleasure, because I've really lost that. And I've got the giraffe I always dreamed of, I suppose. I have got the life that people dream about. I can work when I want, I choose when I work, and I work with people I absolutely love. And it is simple, and there's no selling, because I used to sell all the time. There's no selling. In fact, you're not, this isn't a business for salespeople. It's just a business where you stop using the products you usually use, buy them from another website, get a massive discount, and then you share that with other people and get them to do the same, and just explain to them why that's the benefit of that. And that's all you do. And it is as simple as that, and it grows exponentially. I am making money while I sleep, and I'm enjoying working with people who I love and seeing people succeed regularly every single day. And I've now in a community of 600, 700 women who are all, women and men who are all successful in this business and growing daily. So that's the reason I'm here. That's the reason I wanted to share this with you. I'd love to talk to you about it. It would be amazing to connect with people who are looking for that new avenue that's simple, that's going to change your life for the better. I guarantee it is a life-changing experience. Give me a shout if you want to know any more, and I would love to hear from you. Take care. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.